attended that parade. These companies, I mean, think about it. Would you know, there's 2 million people who attended. Now, did the rest of them attend because they didn't care? Did the other 6 million? No, probably not. They were probably busy working. Couldn't go, didn't want to go, were sick. Think about it. I mean, like, so are you going to market to the 2 million consistent that you know are absolute supporters hands down? Or are you going to the market to the third percentage of that who say absolutely not? I'm not shopping anybody who supports LGBTQ+. I'll go find my stuff elsewhere. Yeah, no. Because, let's face it. I mean, like, the market's there. The placement is there. The people are there. It makes more sense. I understand that completely. Again, I'm not complaining about the marketing. I understand the marketing. I am complaining about the marketing. Okay, I am. You're right. I am. I got a dirty look. It was from my alter ego. It's really creepy. I'm complaining about the marketing on a sense where I want these companies, I hope that these companies that are marketing their support of the LGBTQ plus community legitimately do support it. Legitimately. Not fly by night, or we're going to, you know, wave our pride flag in June and put it away for the rest of the year. That's not support. I love what Oreo's done. Oreo a couple years ago came out with their LGBTQ plus Oreo cookies where they had all the all the white filling. Trying not to be gross here. I'm sorry, I got my guy mind in the guy gutter. It was the cream filling. It's the white stuff. See? Even Leo went there. I couldn't help it. But Oreo did what they did was they color coded them. So, you know, you had your rainbow colors. And everybody wanted them. And I completely understand because I wanted them too. Of course, I didn't get any. But this year, what we're seeing is that instead of changing the filling, they've marketed their bag. They've marketed their exterior. 1, better marketing. 2, more people see it, so obviously that's going to do better. And 3, it's probably a lot cheaper to market their support and, you know, not have to worry about changing ingredients or coloring, food coloring, and what have you. So, don't get me wrong, I bought 2 bags. I'm working on eating 1 bag, but I bought 2 bags. You know, I saw them, I was like, oh my god, I had to have those. I had to have them. And the thing was, like, it was rainbow, but it wasn't, like, rainbow. You know what I mean? I got my little LGBTQ woohoo, you know, warm fuzzy from it without wanting to gag on the epiphany of bright colors. That's just me. But then again, like I said, Dollar Tree, they kind of went and like vomited rainbow everywhere, at least on one end cap. It was gross. Did I buy stuff? Of course. Why? Because Leo is a rainbow. Leo likes his rainbows. There's other people in our community that like our rainbow, and I'm showing my support for them by dishing. Kai's boss actually messaged me and went, oh my god, you have to see this stuff. And I'm like, I saw it. I was already there. Thank you. So, I mean, like, you know what I mean? You know, I can stuff my, oh, gag me, that's too bright, you know, to support other people. And again, I still want my safe zone thing. I'm literally thinking about just making like a wooden sign and having the rainbow thing on it, just like splashes of color like the paint, and putting a safe zone thing and hanging it outside. I think that's what I'll do. But anyway, yes, all right, so back to the brand. So we're branding, right. And like I said, like, okay, here's another. John Frieda is doing their hair care products to align with Pride Month to boost awareness and make schools safe and inclusive for LGBTQ youth. Please tell me how color coordinating hair dye or hair care products has anything to do with safe zones in schools. No. You know, Abercrombie and Finch, they're getting involved with their brands again. But here's the thing, and this is the other thing. Okay, Abercrombie and Finch, they also initially donated They started out with a donation of $200,000 towards the Trevor Project. I've talked about the Trevor Project forever. They have a year-long roundup campaign, and at this point have donated over $2 million since 2010. Okay, so see, that's 12 years worth of growth. That I can get behind. That's not a one-year thing. I get that. Nordstrom is showing their hat. But, you know, like I said, it's just, I guess, I don't know. Like I said, the thing of it is, and then we're not going into Disney. I'm not touching Disney with a 10-foot pole right now. I'm still kind of irritated with the whole Disney thing over what they did with, Don't Say Gay in Florida and that whole thing. So I'm just kind of on that one. Yeah, again, Olay came out with their marketing material and whatever. Yes, they've also donated to Trevor Project. Okay, for the second year in a row. And that's what gets me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're 2 years in a row, but where have they been? Even UGG is jumping on board. And again, like, okay, but 1-800-Flowers. Now, this one kills me. 1-800-Flowers has created a special Pride boutique. I can't even read. A special Pride bouquet featuring bright, vibrant, rainbow-toned flowers for customers to shop now through June 30th. They didn't create these just for Pride. I've seen these out a zillion times. We make these in elementary school. We stick the stems in different colors, and the colors go together. This is not a Pride bouquet. This is them jumping on the bandwagon. This is exactly what I'm talking about. All right, 1-800-Flowers, shame on you for trying to use the rainbow as marketing. That's not what this is, okay? This is them using one of the things that they already have and jumping on the bandwagon and going, look, we're supporting you too. Here, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't like that. So, yeah. So, and like I said, I mean, there's tons of companies out there. Prada's involved, and even the Teletubbies. But the Teletubbies have always been there, right? Because, the Teletubbies have big love. I'm not even going there. Nope, I won't. I refuse. So, anyway. Gap's involved. And like I said, the thing of it is that, there's all these companies that are jumping on the bandwagon because the growing population of this country is supportive of the LGBT community. How do I know that? Well, how do you know that? Well, because I like my research. Right? Research tells us everything. So, in March of last year, so this is like from 2021, okay? Newsweek.com, I can talk, I swear. Newsweek.com found that 76% of those that support the LGBTQ plus community, I read that wrong, I'm sorry, 76% of Americans support the LGBTQ plus community. 76%. That was last year. So again, if 76% support the LGBTQ plus community, and they want to show that support, how are they going to do it? They're going to go buy merch. They're going to buy merch for June that shows it off, right? And again, if 76% support, and that means only 24 don't. So, that's not rocket scientists in the marketing world. That's not that's not rocket science in any world. I can really talk today. Like I said, people, the marketing is there. People are aware. They know that it's just out there. And I love to say this, but LGBTQ plus is becoming normal. And there's a bunch of people who went, I don't want to be normal. I don't like being normal. I'm not normal. No, none of us are normal. No, there's no such thing as normal. That's a horrible word. It's like other words. What I mean is it's becoming socially acceptable. Okay, so there's going to come a time, I truly hope in the next couple of years, where you or me or anybody else doesn't have to identify as a transgender individual. I won't have to identify as a transgender man. I can just be called a man. You don't have to be identified as a lesbian, bisexual, transgender, questioning, queer. You don't have to worry about any of those unless you choose to say, oh, yes, well, I am. I can't wait for the day where nobody goes, oh, are you transgender? Not that a lot of people do that now, but, you know, they look at me like when I say, you know, even on my medical records where it says, you know, my dead name in one part and my preferred name, and they go, well, which one should I call you? Your legal name? And I look at them, there's a preferred name for a reason. Hello? Call me by my name. My name is Gabe. But again, sooner or later, you know, as the mustache hairs start to grow in and as the beard gets a little bit thicker, and I'm starting to see there's some thickening hairs. You know, it's going to become kind of obvious that I'm not a Kimberly. So, anyway. Alright, so, that being said, I think I've beaten the whole brand support thing to a pulp, and I just kind of want to move on from it. I've said my piece as far as that goes. I hope I've said my piece as far as that goes. A couple other things I want to talk about. One is that the reason I was not here over on Sunday was that I got the big C, unfortunately. I currently have a COVID diagnosis, and it's not horrible. I had my vaccinations. I had my first 2. I did not have a booster, though. And I got it. I got it last week. Started to feel kind of crappy last Sunday. Not this past one, the one before that. And did the podcast Sunday and did Wednesday night and went to work. And I thought it was my allergies. I really, truly did. Even now. But the thing was, it was starting to get worse, and it was starting to get worse, and it was becoming a little challenging to breathe when I would do strenuous activity. And I was having tremendous head pains and what have you. And so I went and got tested, and yeah, I had the big C. So I've been home resting for the last couple of days, and I'm doing fine. But, you know, just, it's still out there, folks. So just be careful. It's still out there. I said, you know, I'm vaccinated. I didn't get booster shot. I should have. Kind of kick myself now for it, but yeah. The final thing that I'm going to talk about tonight, and I saved it for the very end, and because because it's a sensitive topic, and it's brutal for us, and it's brutal for the whole country, is Texas. I think you guys know that, you know, I'm a teacher by profession, and that it's always terrifying to hear these stories. I can't fathom what those families are going through. Having lost a family member to violence, to gun violence, I have a smidgen of an idea. A smidgen. Because it was my dad, my stepdad. Not a child. Not an 8-year-old, not a 9-year-old, not a 3rd grader. Not a child. My heart truly goes out to that whole community. And we know that there's a lot of LGBTQ stuff going on in Texas right now, but let's put that aside for a second, and let's, you know, collectively, whether, you know, you believe in some higher power, whether it's a Christian God or a pantheon or monotheistic or polytheistic, or for the moment, even if you're atheist, okay, let's just take them into consideration and truly hope for the best for them. There is no greater loss than a senseless loss. There's no greater loss than losing a child to something so inexplicably needless, senseless, brutal. It's unconscionable, unfathomable. I know I'm using my 50-cent words right now, but the thing of it is, and I'm one of those people that I mourn the loss of those children. I mourn the loss that their families are going through, the stuff that their families. My God, You know, if you think about it, and